Hello, my loves. Happy Friday the 13th. Today we will be receiving messages from the Queen herself, the Goddess Freya. I'll see you there. Hello, my loves. Welcome back. This is Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I'm Monica the Kismet Chemist. Whether you are new or returning, welcome back, family. It is so good to have you guys all here today. It is a true honor, a true blessing. Today, we are receiving messages from the Goddess Freya. Now, I have channeled Freya's energy before when I did my chakra series, which is linked in the description box if you guys want to check that out. But today felt different, more auspicious. Today is her day. It is Friday the 13th. 13th is an incredibly powerful spiritual number, but also an incredibly powerful divine feminine goddess energy number. Numerologically speaking, we're talking, or rather not even numerologically, because we reduce everything in numerology down to single digits. But in terms of tarot, we're talking about the death card. And this is one of those superstitions that many people have held on to when it comes to Friday the 13th, seeing it as bad luck, an omen of darkness, of evil, of negativity, when in reality, it's about power, purpose, drive. Freya is known as the goddess of fertility, beauty, love, sensuality, sexuality. She is also the queen of the witches. It was through Freya's wisdom that Odin learned his craft. And it is known that when soldiers or men in battle would die, it is Freya who would choose who would come to her halls to train for the final battle of us all. Freya would choose first. The remaining would go to Odin and Valhalla. Some even say that Valhalla is Freya's hall, not Odin's, and that this has been a misconstrual throughout history so that the truth of a woman running Valhalla would be hidden. Whatever the truth is, it belongs to the spiritual realm and it belongs to Freya. Today, however, we are going to be tapping into Freya's energy, asking her for wisdom and messages. This is not, I don't usually say things like this, but Freya does not work with just anyone. And it does not, it is not something that I feel sets me apart. It is something that I have had to, how I view it in human terms, I have had to earn the respect in order to work with her energy and receive messages from her in this way. The Norse deities, the Norse Pantheon works in a different modality and energy than any other pantheon I've ever worked with. And when it comes to the Norse deities, it is about respect, it is about honor, it is about dignity, and it is about listening and being open and receptive. It is about giving them respect. All these things, I don't take readings like this lightly. I don't find them frivolous personally. I find it very, very honoring for me to be able to work with these energies. With all that being said, these messages are here to help you remember your own personal power on a day where everyone feels afraid, for you to step into your power, for you to realize that fear is only and always nothing more or less than an illusion. So, without further ado, we have 4 piles today. Pile 1, we have the Sun rune. Pile 2, we have the Flight rune. Pile 3, we have both Harvest and Crossroads rune. And pile 4, we have the Rings rune. Take some time, look them over, and I will see you at your piles. Hello, pile 1. All right, we're going to go back to doing, I love this tradition, or this like cleansing on camera, because every time I do it, I feel like the cleansing hits you guys in a different way. Like it changes the energy in such a beautiful way when I work with it. So in the beginning of these readings, when I'm contemplating whether I want to do the cleansing on or off camera, or if I need to do more than one, it's working through the energies. For you guys in particular, I did not feel like a cleansing was needed. It felt more like an uplifting. I went downstairs, getting prepped for your reading. I went downstairs and I did like a face treatment and really took care of my skin that has been really dry, and I've been kind of dehydrated as of late. So I got myself a nice fresh glass cup of water here. And what I did was I actually added some lemon and mint and some fresh blueberries to it. And it's so delicious and so fresh and crisp. And that's something that comes from your guys' energy. So you guys chose the Sun rune as well as this card, and it's the card 11 with passion, and it says, rise passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. And this is talking about rejuvenating yourself more than anything. But the first message that I got with this was finding passion for yourself again, finding passion for your body. This body that we have. A lot of times people talk about treating your sacred vessel and taking care of your sacred vessel. And yes, absolutely, we are meant to take care of the sacred vessel that we exist within. But there's also that message of realizing that the body that you live in is truly sacred, and realizing in a big way that the body that you live in and the ways in which you live your life determine how your life after this is going to go. And I'm being brought to Freya and Valhalla and the ways in which the souls of the soldiers are chosen. And it's not because they fought it. Well, it is because they fought bravely, but not solely because of that. It's how they value this life that they live and who they are. It's about their intelligence and their wisdom and their kindness, their knowledge, their know-how. and how all of that really intertwines and interweaves itself into everything that they do. How did they live their lives? Were they passionate? So this is about like truly honoring your passions and shining them into the world. With the sun rune, we think about the sun in astrology because they're closely linked. But rather than looking at as an egotistical energy, this is about how you shine forth into the world. And Freya is coming forth and saying, embrace and harness your passions. Hold to your passions and really infuse yourself with being passionate, being true. Being true, shining forth. I've got the hiccups here, which is a movement of energy. But for me to take a break and to really take care of myself and to try something fresh and natural that would really not just hydrate my body, but would nourish me, mind, body, and soul. This is about realizing the interconnected nature of everything and blending it and flowing it together, embracing that passion that is who you are. Some of you may actually you may be passionate about health and wellness, fitness, food and healthy foods, not fad diets, but like what macros and micros and what nutrients really the body needs for different body types. And if that doesn't resonate for some of you, you may be passionate about skincare, about, taking care of the body through the skin. For most of you, this is what the passion is. It's about the self. And it's not egotistical in any way, shape, or form. It's actually quite honoring of you and this life that we live. Because if we don't realize that this body that we have is all we get in this lifetime, and when we don't take care of it, we're not taking care of our minds. And when we don't take care of our minds, we're not taking care of our hearts. And if we're not taking care of our hearts, we're not taking care of our soul. Everything is a tumble-down effect. And Freya is letting you know it's time to step back into that passion that you have for yourself, for taking care of yourself, for loving yourself, for treating yourself in the ways in which you are meant to be treated. And yes, of course, we just had the new year and there is so much energy out in the cosmos of let me do this and let me do that, but that's not who you are. You've never been that person. And if you are this person, then this is not the message for you. But the energy that I feel is like this permanent, permeating energy that wants to always work on the self, and not just mental work, but physical work too. And a lot of times when you pair physical work and mental work together, you really heal the self in such a holistic, entire way. It's such a beautiful thing. So we do have cards here that are going to talk about your purpose, where you're coming from and where you're going. So we've got past, present, and future. The present card represents your energy right now. The past is what you have just moved through, and the future is where Freya is trying to lead you to or giving you messages about moving towards. So let's see. All right. In the past, we have the Lovers, card 6. In the present, we have the 6 of Wands. My gosh, you guys. And in the future, yes, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is my passion card. It is the card that I always associate with passion. Because even though we've, with certain books and whatever, they look at the Knight of Cups as being this romantic, chivalrous man coming to offer love. That's not how I view it. You have a cup and you're galloping towards this and you're offering this cup. The cup is your passion. It's your purpose. It's it's the way that you perceive your reason for living. It's what you feel the most alive by. I'm hearing pescatarian, Mediterranean. So and those are diets. Those are different lifestyles, vegan, vegetarianism, just different ways of eating foods and enjoying foods and cooking foods and preparing them and not making it a fad, But in the past, the Lovers card, look, they're literally like eating the heart. Like two crows like eating the heart, and the snake is rising. And I know that this is the Gemini card, but we've got the sun and the moon. This is about the duality, the choices that we make. More than anything, it's about the choices that we make. And right now, you're in this energy of the Six of Wands. Freya is letting you know that based off of the choices that you have made victorious choices in your life. You have really chosen to shine forth the true nature of who you are and shine that out in such a beautiful way. And moving forward, you're moving into this passionate hopes and dreams energy. And she just wants you to keep going. More than anything, keep shining your light. Yeah, maybe the choices in the past were hard, having to learn to blend things together in a way that you normally wouldn't. That can be challenging, but you learned how to do it in a way that really honored you. And we've got the laurel branches here, which is a nod to the Greek pantheon and the Roman pantheon. And a laurel wreath is literally the wreath of victory. So what further messages? I honestly pile one, like you guys have such quick, succinct messages here that I can see, because it's all about having chosen yourself and the things that you love and really harnessing that and moving forward. Okay. Yes, we've got 10, sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. So you may be a breathwork specialist. You may be a singer, a songwriter. I don't know why I always get that from here, but there's some Egyptian references here too. It's kind of like you are blending all of the past ways of being into one, but you're also incorporating play. And if you haven't yet, you're being called to now. You may be a life path 6. We have 40, balance, stability, standing firm. That to me speaks of yoga. So you may be working on, it's just like working on the body. When you work on the body, you work on the mind, you work on the heart, you work on the soul. Yeah. I'm just getting a lot of breath work, body work, a lot of just aligning everything. It's kind of like you've spent a lot of time in the realms of the mind and the heart and the emotions, and now it's time to get back into your body, and it's a new beginning in your body. We've got 49 with Bodu. Yeah, goddess of needs. Literally, it's like you know what your body needs. You know what your life needs now. There's this very interesting energy here where you seem to understand exactly where you need to go and what is needed of you. And you're moving forward in that way. We've got Marsha Prova and the Goddess of Justice with card number 29. So in a big way, this is about rebalancing your life, not just in a small way, but in a big way. I mean, look at this. Look how well these cards match up. With the Goddess of Needs, life force and communication, what do you need to give yourself more life force? You need to breathe deeply, use sound therapy. There's a multitude of things coming through for you guys, but it all has to do with body work. And then we've got balance, and then the Goddess of Justice. Again, balance. Once you find the balance internally and externally, you move more confidently with your passions. And you've been seeking balance for a long time, because that's literally what the Lovers card really is. All year last year, the 6 energy was about balance and harmony, at least for me. I know there's a lot of unconditional love and decisions that are made with 6 energy, but for the most part, it's about balance and harmony. Yes, that which cannot be seen is meant to be felt. And then we have Southwest. As the night's mystery opens life to awakening awareness, wisdom brings mental clarity to true purpose. So you're successfully finding the purpose in your passions and the passion that you have for your true purpose. And a lot of that has to do with your body. Okay, we have claircognizance that came out. And then we have paint the world with rainbow polka dots. I love that. These are just like little pieces of advice, and it says, feel the power of knowing your own worth. You are meant to stand in this lifestyle. Look at this. For real, you guys, like, look at this. Is this not what I've been saying? It's like, yeah, we can fall off the wagon. We can, you know, whatever. But this is literally to let you know, like, this is what you're meant to do. You're meant to live this passionate lifestyle. You're meant to balance the mind, the body, and the soul. You know exactly how to do that because you have this beautiful gift of claircognizance. And claircognizance is nothing more or less than clear knowing. So this is really about how you know exactly what you're meant to do. Your knowing is turning into wisdom, awareness, clarity, so that you can move forward with utter purpose. This is incredible, you guys. Like, this is like a passionate new beginning, not just in the outside world, but this is all about you, about your body, about your mind, your soul, about blending them together, balancing them out, and really, really becoming the you that you're meant to be. Painting the world with rainbow polka dots is such a beautiful card. Like, it made me giggle when I made this, when I channeled that energy, because I was like, oh my God, I'm literally seeing like the like animal from the children's book. It's, gosh, what is it called? Put Me in the Zoo. I think it's Robert Lopshire or Richard Robert Lopshire, I'm pretty sure, wrote that. And it's this creature and he wants to be put in the zoo. He wants to be put in the zoo. He's like, look at all the amazing things that I can do. And he has these polka dots on him. And he's like, I can take my polka dots off and I can juggle them and I can turn them all these different colors and I can put them here and here and here and here. And he's like, please put me in the zoo with all the other animals. Look at all the amazing things that I'm capable of doing. But it's like, you want to be in this one area of life, but you're not meant to be in that area of life. Why? Because they're like, put him in the circus. When he gets to be in the circus, he gets freedom. He doesn't have to live behind a cage or in a cage of expectation. He gets to do everything that he wants to do. And everybody is always happy and he makes them even happier. And that is how he lives his passionate life while balancing out wanting to be seen and heard and understood and a part of something bigger. He gets to do that. And this is like literally your energy. It's paint the world with rainbow polka dots. Don't be a part of the zoo. Join the circus. Do something fun. And know that which cannot be seen is meant to be felt. That's literally like, you know what is right for you. The world doesn't have to be able to identify it for you. This is about you identifying it for yourself. You're meant to stand in this lifestyle, whatever lifestyle this is. And for a big chunk of you, it feels like there's this energy of loving the physical energy, loving the body. Like, I'm hearing Zumba or gymnastics or just like a multitude of different things, CrossFit. Like, yes, it could be because it's the beginning of the year and everybody has this kind of energy. And yeah, I get that. But with you guys, it's more. It's more. That's the thing. It's more. Let yourself get passionate about taking care of your body again. That's a message that's coming through really strongly. Because when you do that, when you really step into the fullness of who you are, you really become true to yourself and the world will respond in kind. And look, with this claircognizance, look at all the rainbow colors on the side. It's literally like your knowing will paint the world with this rainbow awareness. I love it. Okay, pile one, this is all I'm seeing for you guys. I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you to your guides, my guides, spirit, as well as the great Goddess Freya for these messages, for this awareness, for this energy, just for the reading itself. It's such an honor to do this reading, and I am so deeply grateful to be able to do it. So thank you so much, Freya, guides, and spirit. Thank you. Pile one, if this resonated, please do those YouTube-y things. It helps support my channel grow, as well as helps get these messages out to who they need to. You can like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, comment in the comment section below. Let me know how this resonated. Let me know if you're going to be taking the bull by the horns. I love it. I am so here for this. I love it. Okay, yes. Let me know if you're going to be taking the bull by the horns. Like put an emoji of some sort down there. Like a strong arm emoji or something. But yeah, let me know, pile one. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you guys check out my description box. You will find links to donate to my channel, book a personal reading, and to my second channel, Rising Sign Messages. My brain just shut off. As well as my author page on Amazon. So make sure you guys check out any or all of those links. Not a requirement, truly a blessing when you guys do. All right, I love you guys. I will see you at my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So I tried to get your Palo Santo going really well with the candles, but the candles are getting kind of low, so we're going to do this together on camera. We're going to light it and let it go out, and then we're going to cleanse the area, because that's just how we're doing things today. There is a message here about redirection, and everybody likes to talk about redirection being divine protection. You know, rejection is divine protection. All of that is absolutely 100% the case, because the last redirection and rejection that I went through, totally protection. And I knew it was at the time. But you guys chose the flight rune, and you also got this card, and the card number 19, and it says inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. So we are talking about a change in the wind. Now, the reason why we were talking about redirection and rejection being divine protection is because sometimes when we are trying to feel that inspirational spark in life, we get too cloudy. When you seek something and you don't allow for it to be revealed to you, or you don't allow for yourself to be open to receiving it, it gets a little cloudy. It gets a little hard to see it. And because of that, you can look in the wrong places. So when you need a breath of fresh air, when you need the winds of change to blow through your mind, your energy, clearing the confusion and the cloudiness so that you can find that inspirational spark once more, sometimes it requires you to sit still. And if you are anything like me, which I'm assuming you are, because otherwise that energy would not have come in quite so strongly, you don't like to sit still. Sitting still is actually kind of like being stir crazy. It's like I would rather sit and twiddle my thumbs and feel like I'm doing something when I'm twiddling my thumbs than actually sit in complete stillness. Like, I'm taking this as literal as humanly possible. However, the energy here is also about the nature of stillness. It's about not trying to control, not trying to dictate, not trying to determine a direction one way or the other of something that is going to come in or is meant to come in. Your mind gets in the way. And when your mind gets in the way, you find yourself, Willow, what you doing? I'm sorry, guys. Well, you kind of find yourself like that. You get distracted by things that you don't need to be distracted by. On the side note, when it comes to Willow, she's doing that thing that she does. Willow, no, don't eat that. She's doing that thing she does with her stuffies, where she like gnaws at it until she gets a piece of it, and so she had 2 stuffies. Okay, we're gonna talk about this just because we got to get through this. She had 2 stuffies, and one of the stuffies had 13 squeakers in it. I love giving her those stuffies, but I did not realize that because she has already dismantled one of them, she knew the fastest way to dismantle it. Willow. She literally has her nose like shoved in the inside of, oh my gosh. Literally, she had her nose shoved in here. She's trying to get a squeak because she had one of those 13 squeakers, and the head of the llama, and this is what is left of the llama, guys. The head of the llama did not used to have a squeaker in it. but I put a squeaker in it. So now she's trying to like dig for gold. And there's fluff everywhere. And another one of the llama legs. She disliked another. She is such a terror when it comes to stuffies. I just ordered her a gorilla that's supposed to be for like aggressive chewers because she dismantles all stuffies. Now we have stuffing. Okay, that was just a side note. But it's kind of like that. It's like everything distracts you when you are seeking something that is trying to come in. And the nature of inspiration, if you guys don't, maybe you're questioning, I'm getting this kind of energy of questioning how inspiration actually works for you. I would suggest reading the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. That book was so illuminative. And while I don't think that, inspirational ideas that are meant for us specifically will ever pass us up, I remember reading her book when I wrote my first book, Chemistry with Kismet. I started reading Big Magic back in like the fall of 2019. Fall of 2020. Yep, the fall of 2020. And I was literally like, I would read like 5 pages and then I would just sit and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. Why? Because it was like somebody was actually talking about the passion that I feel for writing in a book. And it was so illuminative, but it doesn't have to be applied to just writing. When you're looking for inspiration in your life and you need those winds of change to come in, sometimes you just need that one little thing to hold on to. Paulo Coelho is The Alchemist. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know this is my favorite book of all time. Of all time. Like, I read this book every year. I get something new from this book every time I read it. It literally changes my life on a yearly basis. Never ending, life-changing everything. So with this book, it was my favorite before I knew. And what did I learn? I learned, because I follow Paulo Coelho on Goodreads, I learned that he is an author, like the book that he wrote for The Alchemist is his authorial take on a fictionalized version of how he feels about writing. And it was one of the most beautiful revelations for me to receive from my guides, from spirit, when they were like, no, you need this, because I have all my notifications turned off for Goodreads, but suddenly this notification came in. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is life-changing. I was bawling my eyes out again, called my husband, and I was like, oh my God, you'll never believe this. And he's like, well, that's perfect, isn't it? And I was like, it's so perfect. Oh my God. And I totally fangirled. But that's the nature of inspiration. We find inspiration in the things that we love. And sometimes when we need a breath of fresh air, when we need a shift of perspective, we need to engage in some of the other things that we love in order for that to come in. And that's a message coming through really strongly. So if you've been through a rejection or a feeling of redirection, it's literally because it's meant to bring you to a place where you are more inspired. Hi, Willow baby. Oh, yes, I know. Yeah. And there's that Sagittarius energy with Willow reacting the way that she does. With Sagittarian energy, she's like, I need to be up here, because she is literally up on, hi, baby. You can't get up there because there's fire, but you can say hi. And say hi. Yeah, my baby. You cannot have the fire. She's like, but Mom, it's flickering. So there are different things in life that are meant to inspire you. Maybe Willow is reacting the way that she is because you guys are meant to be inspired by dogs of some sort. Like, you never know. You could be going through like random dog videos. Like, I know I put up a bunch of dog shorts with Willow all the time. Like, I'm a crazy dog mom. But something like that doesn't seem like it would be something that would inspire you to, I don't know, write the next American great, that was bad grammar. Write the next great American novel. Oh gosh, I think that maybe you guys just need to have a little bit more fun, need to just laugh a little bit. What, do we need to go outside? Do you need to go outside? She's like, no, Mom, I just want you to scratch my face. He scratched my face, yeah. She just wants to lick my hand. She just wants attention. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna give her some loves. Okay, guys, I am back. She really did just want to go outside, where there is a carcass of an old hammock, because we did not put it away for the winter this year. Like, shame on us, but she totally destroyed that. And there's the carcass of like the dead llama in my doorway of my office. So you guys may be seeking inspiration somewhere. And it might just come in the most unusual places. That's kind of how the flight rune works. It's this breath of fresh air, and it can work in a multitude of ways. But for me, what's coming through, what's permeating the most is a breath of fresh air. So what we have here is the past, the present, and the future. The present card is representative of you specifically at this time. So in the past, we had, justice in reverse. And here's the thing, I don't normally read reversals. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I don't normally read reversals. This card, when it flew out, it did a spinneroo. And I was like, okay, whatever it's on is what it's meant to be on. So with justice in reverse, in the past, it feels like the scales of justice were not balanced out in your life. And that in and of itself is divine redirection. It's protection and redirection right there. And it feels that way. It feels that way. It feels unfair, unjust. It's terrible. What can you take from that? What is the inspiration you can take from that? So let's see where you're at currently. The Hanged Man. Man, look at you guys moving through the major arcana. I don't mean to laugh, because the justice energy does not feel good. But like I said, I think you guys might need to laugh. You can get real serious about these two energies right here. You can get real serious about it. But sometimes you need to release the tension. In order to release the tension and bring that breath of fresh air in, you need to laugh. And then we have the 10 of Wands is where you're headed if you don't. And I don't mean that like a threat, like she wants you to know. Freya is saying you have the capability of carrying this weight and this burden, but do you want to keep carrying the burden of feeling like the world is unjust and like spirit has been unjust, or do you want to shift your perspective? Because as it stands right now, where you're sitting at is the Hanged Man. Why are you in the Hanged Man? Because you know what? And I got to tell you guys, like, let me show you what the back of the deck energy was. We have the Devil on the back of the deck. So this is telling me that you guys are in this Hanged Man so that you can look at this situation, whatever it was that brought you here, that situation in a new light, because you're carrying the burdens of too many. Now let's see where you could go. Queen of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. This is the alternative. So it's kind of like you've got two choices. What do you want? Do you want to move forward carrying this heavy burden, or do you want to move forward nurturing yourself, nurturing this path, this inspiration, celebrating with friends? And on the back of the deck now, we have the 2 of Cups. We've got love, joy, harmony, peace, coming together with all parts of yourself, finding that balance between you and your higher self, and you and your soul, and you and your spirit, and you and your inspiration, and you and what, even a person, not just a person, like we're not just people, but even a person, like finding that balance. Yes, of course, sometimes life can seem unfair, but you know what? Shift your perspective and see that you are being protected so that you could move into a new way of being. Look, we've got 21, guide, the illuminated path. Again, And I'm being brought back again to that post that I made about the world and about the Hangman card. And if you want to close a cycle, you have to go to the Hangman energy. You have to allow for a redirection. You have to allow yourself to realize, have you changed your perspective on something? Have you moved the way that you're meant to move? Wow. We have divine masculine that went flying across. And then we have hostilities, conflict, and unrest that wanted to come out. You see here, divine masculine, electric, active. With the divine masculine and hostilities, to me, this is saying you're being, and on the back, we have earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. This is your obstacle. This is your obstacle right here. This conflict, the conflict that you have has everything to do with the past. You want to be able to be on that illuminated path that brings you here. This is what you're seeking. This is what you're meant for in the future. But if you keep holding on to the conflict, the unrest, then you keep tying your divine masculine up into this energy, into this heavy 10 of Wands energy. So moving forward, you're being asked to move forward in a way in which you shift your perspective and you see that it was just a conflicting energy. So you got shifted out of the conflicting energy. You were always meant to be shifted out of the conflicting energy. Look at this. Even the Queen of Pentacles is looking back at the Hangman, looking at the Justice in reverse. She knows, like, I didn't need to do this stuff. I don't need to get engaged with this stuff. The conflict is not worth it. The hostility is not worth it. I choose to move in a way where I'm using my power for the betterment of all. I'm going to move forward fearlessly. I'm not going to keep aiming at this. Even the figures on this inspiration card, and you can see them here. They're literally looking at this illuminated path. The illuminated path is looking at the hostilities. All of them are looking at this situation right here in order to elicit change in life. Versus, it's like, see the truth of this situation so you can move on. When you see the truth of this situation, you'll find the inspiration in it so that you can move forward. So what do we have? Yes, we have Bloodwed and Goddess of Time, 47. You see, it was not time yet. We've got the moon phases. It was not time quite yet during that time for things to be what they were meant to be. But you're moving into a phase in which it is. 47 reduces to 11. 11 and 11 here. So you may have been aiming at a new beginning, and it just simply wasn't time for a new beginning yet. On the back of the deck, before I pull out and you guys got 3, man. We have 14 with Rose Murda and Goddess of Communication. You see, it wasn't time yet. You didn't have all the information. We've got 16 with Latarian. I may likely be pronouncing that wrong, and I apologize. We have Goddess of Magic, 5 with Brigid, and Goddess of Home Comforts. You know what's really funny? I didn't mention it, but as soon as I tapped into Isis, I felt Brigid's energy as well. And so you have a lot of divine feminine energy trying to come online, but you can't do that if you're stuck in this divine masculine action phase. If you want a change in the wind, you have to allow for it to come in. There is a receptive energy that is waiting to awaken. And then we have 52 with Keflin and the Goddess of Prophecy. So this has a lot to do with your own magic, your wisdom, your knowing, and how you can bring that into home within yourself and allow that to be an inspiration for you to move forward. You can see certain things and understand certain things. So this is asking you, not this, but Freya is asking you to change your perspective so that you can step into your magic, so you can understand your own comfort and home and peace and prosperity, your own sense of being able to see into time and understand why things had to happen the way that they happened. Okay, we've got, let's see, Meander, yes. Yes, thank you. Meandering does not equate to being lost. It brings about experience. Trust your journey. See this, those moments that felt like it was just conflict and unrest, conflict and hostilities and unfair, unjust energy. It brought you on a different path. That illuminated path is a path of meandering. It's just like the healing journey. The healing journey is a path of meandering because you go from here to 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 here. You never stop at one specific place. It's never linear. It's always all over the place. It's not even a circle. It's just all over the place. It's chaos. We've got north and west. This is air and water. Falling droplets from the sky creates emotional wisdom as ripples spread out from mental clarity to the truth from the soul. That is why this flight is here, because you need the truth from the soul to come forth. Can we get a couple more? How are we going to move forward? We have, when the orchard is ripe with juicy apples, choose those you need and share the rest with others. Wisdom is not meant to be hoarded. Interesting. Oh my God, look at this. Time spirals in and spirals out. You're already on the curves. Keep going towards your dreams. Okay, so just because you had a situation that felt unjust and unfair and imbalanced does not mean that you are not on the right path. It doesn't mean that you're doing the wrong thing. It means you're meandering so that you can learn. Keep moving towards your dreams. You have a lot of wisdom to be shared. And finally, oh my gosh, we have the flames of passion you feel igniting within are for you to blaze beautifully into the world. Take that inspirational spark and move with it. Flow with it. Go with it. Move with it. Oh, sorry. Okay, perception begets reality and perception begets illusion. Remember, this is all about your perception. Perception is what determines our reality. And our perception of reality determines how the world reflects back to us. What is true? So you determine it. Perception will either bring you into reality or it will bring you into an illusion, and it depends on you. You are the common denominator here. So if you want a change in the wind, be open to the change in the wind. Be open to it coming in, and make sure that you realize that you're worthy of every dream that you wish for. You are worthy of those dreams. You are worthy of happiness, harmony, love, joy, celebration. You don't need to keep engaging in the hostilities. Once you shift your perspective surrounding it and you say, even just like, thank you so much for it. So I'm going to say it right now. I am so deeply grateful for what transpired for me when I went through a rejection is God's protection energy recently. I am so deeply grateful. Why? Because where I'm at right now, I know myself better. I love myself more. And I am working with people that I genuinely love and respect, that love and respect me in return. I have shifted everything in my life because of one situation, and it feels so much better to me. My life feels so much better. So with all that being said, once you shift your perspective, everything will change for you, and it will be for the better. It will be. If you perceive it to be, it will be. Perception begets reality. You choose. All right, pile 2. This went longer than I thought it would. I want to say thank you so much to your guides, my guides, Spirit, and the great Goddess Freya for connecting our energies and bringing these messages forth. Whew, I had to move some energy. I want to say thank you so much, pile 2, for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. A really great way to exchange equal energy is to give my channel some love, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell if you feel so inclined, but make sure that you guys comment out in the comment section below for other pile 2s. This is less about me and more about each other on this one. So make sure that you guys know that you're not alone. Reach out to each other. I really strongly encourage you guys to really reach out to each other on this one. All right, pile 2, thank you again. Don't forget to check that description box for links to donate to my channel, book a personal reading, my author page, and my second YouTube channel, Rising Sign Messages. And if you haven't gone over and checked that out, absolutely check that out. We go through the moon phases, get messages for your rising signs. Sometimes we do collective readings. I mean, it kind of runs the gamut. So yeah. All right, pile 2, I love you guys. I will see you on my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. All right, let's clear your space. Just gonna clear, get some uplifting energy. Today it has been so great. I wanted to start off with saying, are you guys Taurus or Capricorn? I was getting a lot of Taurian and Capricornian energy as I was prepping for your pile. I was like texting my husband and I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And it was like housework, chores, cleaning, filming, editing, uploading, this and this and this. Like giving him this big list of things that I'm going to do instead of just doing them. And then I went and did it. For the most part, I haven't finished filming, obviously, because we're here, but I did get a lot of that energy and that planning and taking care of the house and taking care of like the creature comfort energy stuff. That's a lot of Taurian energy mixed with Capricornian energy. So, I mean, I'm getting a lot of earth signs. I wasn't getting a lot of Virgo, but Virgo did, I guess it sort of came in there with me being like, oh my gosh, when I'm done filming, I'm going to have so much time because my chores are almost completely done for the day. And this is almost done for the day. And that's almost done for the day. And I realized just now, like I said, my chores are almost done for the day. And it's like, I have a list of chores, but I really don't. I'm the mom. It's funny. But no, it was like, okay, I've got all these things and they're almost done and my house is nice and clean and it's too cold to like go to the park or something like that. It's way too cold outside today. And so I was like, okay, well, what am I going to, how do I want to spend my day? You know, like I'd go for a walk, even with it as cold as it is, if it weren't icy, because we've had these like meltdowns and then freezes and meltdowns and freezes. And so there's a lot of ice out and I don't have the balance. But I'm in that energy. And then Virgo's like, well, what can I do? I could do this and I can study this and I can read that. And it's like, oh, I have all this time on my hands. I'm not used to having all this time on my hands. I'm used to like being consistently busy. And I've made it a point lately to take more time for myself. Now, the reason why all of this matters, and guys, whenever I tell stories, if you're not one of my regular subscribers, like if you're new to the channel, it's something that you should know. Anytime I tell a story, it always plays into the energy. So you guys chose the Harvest and the Crossroads combo runes. And the card that you chose is card number 16, and it says joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. And here's the thing. One of the things that makes me the most joyful is having a clean house and cooking supper for my family. And, you know, even though I joke with my kids and my husband a lot about how like family dinners are just traumatizing because my kids are so crazy. We always laugh. Like we sit at the dinner table and we laugh to the point of tears rolling down our faces because our kids are just so crazy and they say just the craziest things. And it's such a beautiful energy. It's this beautiful moment. Every time we do this, we have these beautiful moments where we all come together and we all bond over, you know, a family meal, and we do our highs, our lows, and something that we're grateful for. And we do this every single time we sit down. And every time it reminds me of these moments where I'm like, should I make a dinner? Do I have the energy for it? Am I really up for that after a really long day? And you sit down, and even something as small as that is kind of like a crossroads moment. You sit down at the dinner table afterwards and you realize as tears are rolling down your face because you're laughing so hard and you look around you, that like your life is just truly blessed. And this is my take on my situation here. But when you have the Harvest rune and the Crossroads rune and joy, this is talking about realizing the blessings that are in your life. When you feel like you have to make a choice, it's a hard decision to make. You're stuck in the midst of chaos and confusion and this way or that way or up or down or all around or whatever, and you'd rather just stand still and not do anything. Move in the way that brings you joy. Move in the direction that brings you joy. Freya's energy and her story, especially her story, one of the reasons why she is considered the goddess of love and fertility is, number one, because she was so just like on goddess scale, she was sexy. Like she just was. But it's because the majority of her time as she was traveling and going through all of these different scenarios, she was searching for her husband. Now, a lot of people think that Odin was her husband, but he wasn't. He was not her husband. Her husband was Odin. And he was either taken or disappeared or something happened. Something had happened and she set out to find him. This is why she goes on all of her journeys. She is seeking her husband who has disappeared. That level of love, of dedication, of determination, of just true connection, that level of love. That is why she is the goddess of love. Because it's a dedicated, devoted love. We choose what we want to be dedicated and devoted to. We choose who and what we love. So when we feel like we're coming to a crossroads, choose joy, choose what you love. And then we also have with the Harvest rune and the Crossroads rune, and guys, like this is, and I say this jokingly because it's not really a point of shame for me, but we could call this a point of shame for me. That I don't know if this is accurate or not. And I say that because I live in a predominantly farming community, and I probably should because most of my family are farmers, but I just had no desire to farm. So I figured if I didn't have any desire to do this thing, then me engaging in it would just send the wrong signals, you know? Like, I don't want to send those kind of signals to the universe. Like, hey, I want to farm for the rest of my life. No, sorry. And no offense to farmers. Like I said, most of my family are farmers. But say you finish harvest season and now you actually find yourself at a crossroads. What should you plant next season? Well, not next season because you have the winter season after harvest. And what should you plant in the spring, essentially? So you have to think about how the prior planting season went, what the demand is out in the world, whether you can successfully tend to that type of plant. So say flax is in high demand, but you're not well adept at flax farming. Are you going to plant it, or are you going to plant sunflower seeds, which may not be in as high of a demand, but you are well adept at it. It makes you feel happy. It brings you joy. You have a deep connection to, excuse me, guys, you have a deep connection to sunflowers. And so because you have that connection, you understand them. It's like they're part of your soul. What do you choose? You choose the part that brings you joy. And while this could be considered a bad example, because for the most part, you're meant to rotate your field so that you're not planting the same thing over and over and over again, because it actually messes with the soil. That much I do know. I do know that much about planting because I, like I said, grew up around farming. But it's realizing when you're doing this kind of rotational pattern, what do you want to have there, and whether you want to incorporate something that isn't meant to be there. when you feel like you're at this crossroads of where do I go next? What do I do next? Choose what brings you joy. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, so we have the past, the present, and the future. So the past is going to tell us where you came from. The present is actually your energy now. And the future is either advice for the direction that you're heading or advice for where you could be. It kind of depends. It's been up and down with the piles. So in the past, we have, the Seven of Swords. That's that mental energy of deception. It's like, your two swords over here, and someone came in and tried to like drop a couple of their own swords on you. And you're like, no, but these are my swords. Like, I know this area. Like, you can suggest this. It's like, these are the flax swords. Somebody said, maybe we should have flax. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should plant that. And they just kind of drop these swords, drop these notions, these ideas about you or about your life or about whatever, and then they flew away. But you have your two swords and you know what you're doing and you're not even looking at it. So then the question is are you going to continue to look at the two swords that are being dropped or focus on the swords that you have that make you happy? So that's where you were in the past, the Seven of Swords energy. Let's see the present. We have the sun. Oh my God! Oh, you guys, look, there's sunflowers on my... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just like scared Willow. She's like sleeping over on my meditation mat and it scared her. But look, there's sunflowers on the sun card. I'm so excited. See, do you see what I mean here? It's literally like you're learning how to just live joyfully for yourself, to shine yourself out. It doesn't matter what the swords of others say. It doesn't matter the mentality of others or what they're trying to put on you. When you made the choice to turn your back to that, you made the choice to move into the sun, move into joy, move into happiness, move into ultimate fulfillment and like literal inner child energy. Like, guys, as soon as I flipped that card over, I'm like, ah! Because the energy just like took it up a total different notch. It's literally like running on adrenaline in a good way though, like major endorphins, super serotonin rush. Granted, we don't want the serotonin drop, but still, you guys know what I mean. Right now, you're literally in this energy of I get freedom to choose my direction next. Like the crossroads energy could be so negative, or it can be like, what am I going to choose next? Where am I going to go next? What am I going to plant next? What am I going to tend to next? It's like, I have all this energy. I have all this positivity. I have all this awareness and I know where I want to go. And now that I know where I want to go, now I can go that direction. Or I don't know where I want to go, but I know that I have all of these opportunities and possibilities open to me. Where you're at right now, and even if you don't feel it, it's literally like this energy is knocking on the door like, hey, I'm right here for you. Pile 3, this is freaking awesome. I feel like I just like took speed. Not that I know what that's like, but I can guess. I mean, this is what they say it's like. I don't know. All right, let's see. Guys, this is how it feels at dinner time where you want to laugh and you're like, I don't know if I should laugh at that, but I have to laugh at it because it's funny. All right, let's see your future. Ten of Cups. And look, there's still sunflowers. Guys, what are you doing, pile 3? I want to know. I want to know so bad. If you are open to sharing it, please let me know because Freya is literally like, you made the absolute right decision in the Seven of Swords energy. You know why? Because what you decided in the Seven of Swords energy was literally to let it go. I'm hearing Elsa with Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Okay, sorry. Grateful optimism. Joyful view of the future. Pile 3. You guys can come and hang out anytime you want on my channel. This is incredible. Oh, I love this energy. This is great. Yes. Oh my God. Look, 4. Summoning power, instinct, intellect, and control. This is that Capricornian energy. There's no earth energy. Look, right here, 33, building your world, creation, expansion, networking. This is what you did. You went through a situation where someone or something or whatever, what have you, it was like a divine test. It was a test of wills. It was a test of mentality. It was just like this test, but not a negative test. It was like I'm going to put my opinion here and I'm going to try and put it on your shoulders. And you literally, all you did was you just like turned your back. You're like, no, I'm not going to engage in it. Like you're this crow right here. You're like, no, I'm not going to engage in it. I will not engage with this. And because you didn't engage with it, you literally were able to shift yourself so that you don't look. It's literally this energy of, I don't care about the past. I'm not looking at the past anymore. I'm not focused on the past anymore. I am moving towards my future. And that is all that I need. And in a way, you are this crow here, but you're also this crow. And like, you're not this, in that situation, you're not the one dropping it. But someone else tried to give you more than what you were meant to carry. And you're like, no, I'm not going to carry that. This is incredible because you're literally moving towards the 10 of Cups. It's like the pot at the end of the rainbow. And there's sunflowers and there's joy and happiness. And it's literally, and I'm hearing finch. A finch might be a significant bird for you. But it's literally like you're moving into the ultimate energy of fulfillment here, pile 1. Pile 3. Whoa. Pile 3. Interesting. You may have come from pile 1. I normally wouldn't say that, but pile 1 came like slipping out, and that Freudian slips don't happen. We've got number 7 with Caridwen and the Goddess of Truth. Yes, see, you saw the truth for what it was. You saw the truth for what it was. You saw the reflection of the other person or the other situation or what have you. Like, even this could have even been like a global mentality that you're like, no, I'm not engaging in this. Like you saw the truth. Ah, yes, 31 with Maeve and Goddess of Seduction. Here is what you have. And that's what it is. You saw the truth of something that looked like it would be seductive. It looked really good, but it was a heavier burden than it was meant to be. It would have ended up leaving you in a mental kind of entrapment. Look, 46 with Epona and Goddess of the Soul. That's what it is. You realize it was like a soul level test. It was something that was utterly seductive. You know, Maeve is known at times as the goddess of the Fae, but not in, it's actually, she's at times seen as the goddess of the Unseelie court in Scotland. And the Unseelie is like the dark fae. And, well, that's Queen Mab. But, no, it's Queen Mab. But even Queen Mab does the same thing. Seducing you to believe a certain thing or want a certain thing. Why? Because it seems good. It's like that summoning power. Sometimes power looks good, but power isn't good. It's realizing what is right and isn't right. It's like, let's not plant flax just because somebody says, ooh, flax is going to be popular this year. What if it's not? That's just another person's opinion. What is another person's opinion? It's a moo point. It's like a cow's opinion. It doesn't matter. It's a moo point. Thank you, Joey. Look, we've got Stormbringer on the back. This is that Stormbringer energy is literally like, yeah, no, you can try and knock me down, but I'm not going to be knocked down. Oya may be a significant goddess for you. Wisdom is knowing when to remain silent. Beware of putting someone or yourself on a pedestal, for it is an illusion, but the fall is still painful. These are flowing so beautifully together because I feel like those are intricately intertwined here. You saw the truth and you stayed silent through it. You chose to only embody what you needed to embody, to say what you needed to say, to move where you needed to move, but to stay silent. Why? Because it's better. Because someone wanted to put themselves on a pedestal, or you wanted to put someone on a pedestal, or someone wanted you on a pedestal, whatever it is. A pedestal is nothing more or less than an illusion designed in order to make somebody fall. So if you put somebody up on a pedestal, you're designing it so that you will get crushed by their fall. They will always fall. It's understanding that we're all equal here. We have open yourself to the flow of communication. This feels like communication with your soul, but also talking about this. Talking about this. Yes. Oh my God. The elements, fire, air, earth, water, and spirit are calling to your soul. And we had the goddess of soul with Epona. And it says, will you follow where they wish you to go? Literally, the crossroads energy. Where do you want to go from here? Everything is open to you now. Joy, happiness, optimism. It's all there for you. Your future is literally opening up so much because you didn't engage in what was, it was like it was seducing you, it was tempting you, but you didn't engage in it at all. It's literally like these need to be flip-flopped. I can feel it. I can feel it. To actually give the awareness of how this went. Nope. Okay. So you literally felt this grateful optimism for the future, and somebody wanted to take it away. Something, someone, whatever, what have you. It doesn't matter whether it was a person or not. The person didn't matter either. And I'm not saying that they don't matter as a person. Everybody matters. I'm saying it didn't matter who it came through. It was a test. It was a lesson. It was a journey. It was part of that journey. But you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You did not put someone on a pedestal. You didn't let someone into your heart. You didn't let someone into your mind. And I've been there. I just came through this same thing. In my own way, but I still came through it in my own way. And then it's like coming back and figuring out what matters to you, what feels right to you, what is true for you. That's why I feel like I opened with talking about the things that I felt called to do. The earth energy, it's getting back to yourself. Man, Freya is, she wanted to give an uplifting message. This is an uplifting message. All right, I am hiccuping like crazy. Pile 3. You guys are incredible. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to say thank you to your guides, my guides, Spirit, and the great Goddess Freya for being here, for facilitating the connections between our energies, and for allowing these messages to flow through in such a beautiful, profound energy and way that just like, I'm going to be giggling all day because of your guys' energy. So thank you so much. I want to say thank you again for being here. And if this resonated, a really great way for an equal energy exchange would be for you guys to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and comment in that comment section below, letting other Pile 3 know it's like, hell yes, we did this. We are shining brightly. We chose the right path. We chose the path that was for our best good. And like, just, yeah, 10 of Cups and the Sun. Literally like the 2 happiest cards in the deck. I'm flabbergasted. All right, Pile 3. Check the description box. There are links to donate to my channel, book a personal reading, links to my author page, and to my second channel, Rising Sign Messages. Check any or all of them out. I would be honored. Not required. Always exciting when you do. So thank you again, and I will see you guys at my next reading. I love you guys. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. Okay, so we're going to cleanse your energy. But I have to tell you guys, I hit record on my computer at 11:11, and I am filming this on 1:11. And I was like, I'm beside myself right now for you guys with this new beginning energy. And the ways in which the numbers are coming up actually reminds me of shortly before I had my massive awakening in 2020, because I was driving my car and it was like July or August of 2020. And I looked down at the odometer, and I don't even own the car anymore, but I looked down at the odometer, and the odometer said 111,000 miles, 111, or 111,111 miles. So it was like 111,111. And I was like, no way. And then all of a sudden it was 0.1. And I was like, I have to take a picture of this. And this is before I really was fully aware of everything that was going on a spiritual level. So I wasn't really attuned to what the numbers meant. I just thought it was very auspicious of a moment. That, it was like launching me into a completely different world, a completely different life. And I just saw 2:22 on the clock. So you guys have a lot of angels surrounding you. You guys have a lot of wisdom, knowledge, know-how, a lot of familiars apparently, because this is the second pile that Willow has been like, hey, I want to say hi. Say hi, Willow. Yes, I know. I turn like baby talk as soon as she's around me because she's so cute and she's still just a baby. Willow, don't we? Willow, don't go. Willow. She's like, Mom, I want to see. You know, if you would lay still on Mama's lap instead of trying to eat my face. Okay, thank you. I love the kisses. Can we read for pile 4 now? Yeah. Can we go down? Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to let her out real quick because she's going to be beside herself. Okay. As I sit down. Usually I sit down and get all comfy first and not knock everything. I don't know. All right. So I really love that she was so vocal for this entire reading. But she's like she's on the prowl right now, outside, out back. Like, I'm going to protect the house and I'm going to protect all the energy. And I love when she does that because that tells me you guys have a lot of water energy active in your energy field right now, which means that there's a lot of emotional cleansing going on for you guys. So that was something that was really prominent for me in 2020, was this massive emotional purge that literally launched me into a completely different world. So you guys chose the Rings rune, as well as the card 39 with Safe Home. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. And I actually get this energy of like feeling safe inside your own skin for the first time in your life. Like truly embracing who you are and what you have to offer and what you're here to do in the world. And really, truly loving yourself, like in totality, in completion, really loving yourself finally. And that kind of phase where you go into a journey to learn to love yourself, that is like one of the most harrowing journeys that you take in your life. With the Rings rune, it talks a lot about commitment. And when it comes to this, I'm actually getting a more commitment energy to yourself. Like you're committed to yourself, you're committed to your heart, to your dreams, to your wishes, to your goals, to your path, especially to your path. But you're committed to the shift of perspective that you have recently gained in order to move forward in your life. It's like, I'm not holding myself back ever again kind of energy here. And guys, this has been like my saying lately. I am totally here for this energy. As in, like, I definitely am 100% engaged with this energy. I want to say that I'm here for it is like a turn of phrase from 2 years ago, but I'm always behind the times. And I just saw 5:55 on the clock. seriously, you guys are all about like changes and coming together and new beginnings and harmony and happiness and adventures. So let's find out how you got here. We've got the past card that's going to show us that. The present is your energy now, and the future is what Freya is leading you into. Okay. So in the past, we have the 3 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys are arguably like the best past card I have had yet. But I got to tell you, I got to show you guys this. And I did this with one of the other piles too. On the back of the deck was the 4 of Wands. And that's the energy, like that's like your subconscious energy that you're in right now, is that 4 of Wands energy. So you have literally transformed from the 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. It's like you saw the 3 of Wands, and instead of seeing this as like a passageway across, you saw it as like holding the waters back. And when we hold the waters back, we're holding the emotions back. And this is talking about letting these emotions flow over you finally. Letting it go, letting it flow, letting it hit you, letting yourself move beyond it so that you could actually see the clear-cut path to the mountains. Because as it stands right now, the path is blocked off in every way, shape, or form. And you can see where you want to go because you can see your North Star. But you can't get there because there is no clear path. To clear the path, you have to move through the waters. But to move through the waters, you have to release them. So you did this water release, and when you did that, you moved yourself into that new beginning energy, the 1111 or the 4 of Wands energy. So let's see where you're at now. 10 of Swords. I love this for you. I absolutely love this for you. And I know that you likely don't love this for you right now, but guys, a 10 of Swords energy is literally closing it down. It is, I'm done with this energy. I'm not working with this energy anymore. I'm not engaging with this energy anymore. I have experienced the worst of the worst, and I won't do it again. Excuse me, guys. The back of my throat all of a sudden felt super dry, and I haven't felt that way in forever. So I would say it's time for you guys to it's like time to put water on certain chakras, or time to it's like allow for creativity to touch each of your chakras in your chakra system, in just your core 7 more than anything. Let water flow on each one so that your sacral energy can expand and blend better instead of staying stagnant, because your throat really needs you to feel that emotion and to purge it out. You've been holding on to something and keeping it quiet for so long that it's actually become one of the swords in your back. And so from here, it's like you recognize that you needed to let the waters go. And when you let the waters go, then you actually do get impaled by all the swords of your own consciousness. It's like all of what you thought about yourself and believed of yourself and felt about yourself, and all the things that you've been through, like, they come at you 7 ways till Sunday, hitting you left and right and middle and center and from below and from above and like all over the place, and they just impale you. But you have to go through the journey in order to get to the other side. Where do we go from the 10 of Swords? We go to the Page of Swords. What is the Page of Swords? That inspirational spark in your brain that's like, I know exactly what I'm meant to do. It's the detective of the entire tarot deck. It's the one that will never hesitate once to go into the dark forest realms and discover what needs to be discovered. In order for you to feel safe within yourself, you had to feel safe inside of your own mind. You had to be able to commit to this journey of healing. And committing to a journey of healing means you know that you have to go through the 10 of Swords. So that's the energy you're in. Let's see where you're being led to. The 9 of Wands. Guys, I gotta tell you, this is actually not a bad energy. Please don't think it's a bad energy. I just get this kind of like, do I have to? You're literally like, the underlying energy in your subconscious is the 4 of Wands. It's happiness, celebration, harmony, coming together. The 9 of Wands is that energy of I can do anything. It is the utmost resilient energy. It's creative resilience is what I'm hearing. This means that you'll be able to create whatever you want. But a 9 of Wands energy is Chiron energy, healing energy. This is the energy that you come forth and you teach through. You teach others how to do this. But this particular one is like building a nest. It's building your home. I don't actually feel like these two energies are bad. It's just like you realize that you were staring off into a future that you needed to get to, but you didn't know how. In order to get there, you had to feel the emotions. To feel the emotions, you have to go through the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. You just do. But what does that create? That creates safety within yourself. It creates a life that is truly blessed. Yes. Yes. Exactly. 18, bright heart light, open connections. That's what this is. This is about opening your heart space finally. 18 reduces to a 9. I'm going to move this over here. I'm literally like, seriously, look. That's what this is. You come from this place where you know what pain is like and you know how to navigate through it. It's like you took these 10 wands and you transformed it into, or 10 swords and you transformed them into wands. And you built from it because it opened your heart. Yes, calming. Oh my God, calming the waters. Peaceful regulation, self-regulation. And look, the number 3. You learn that holding the waters at bay did not calm them. It actually made them bigger, harder, more painful. And look, we have 42 wings of light, becoming something new. Becoming something new. Exactly. It's that 11-11 energy. So here, what we have here is you're learning how to allow your emotions to flow over you instead of holding them back so that you can calm the waters. It's like, I don't want to dam the waters off anymore. I want to let them flow freely because your emotions matter. As you do that, you have to go through this painful process of defeat and betrayal and feeling beat down and broken and bruised so that you can come out the other side and realize what kind of strength and resilience you actually have so that you can really open your heart completely to unconditional love. We have the card 13. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but it's the goddess of childbirth and youth. So this is about your inner child, healing of the inner child especially. Yes, 4 with Coventina and goddess of happiness. 2 4s plus the 4 of wands. And on the back, we have 8 sketch. And I said that wrong. But anyway, goddess of the mind. Exactly. You guys literally conquered your own mind. You conquered the ways you were holding yourself back. Why? Because it was time for you to live happily. It's time for you to reclaim your youth, reclaim the pieces of yourself that you felt as though were fallen and broken. And if anything, this one card here is a signifier of what today means for you, because we are on Friday the 13th. Even though I'm filming this on the 11th, we're on Friday the 13th, which is a 4-day in and of itself. And so let's see, 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 1 is 12. So we have a 12 and a 3. It's a 3. Look. This is beautiful energy, guys. This is really beautiful energy. So let's see what closing messages you guys have. I literally, I don't have a lot for you guys. Okay. It says, pen your own story. You are the main character. I thought I would have more, but it's kind of like where you're at right now is you're rediscovering your youth. You're rediscovering what your inner child has always wanted. And that journey of healing your inner child, it requires you to feel safe within yourself. Look, whether by tower or tornado, the clearing has begun. You choose which one through initiation. So whatever you initiated, it brought a tower or a tornado in. And a tornado is no different than a tower. It just rips up the topsoil and leaves fertility behind. Tower, you just have to clean up the mess. That song in your head is a message from your guide. So if you've been hearing a song, actually A Little Bit of Love by Weezer might be significant for you. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Another by, I can't remember who is saying it. It's funny. It says Coventina, and I almost think that's similar, but I have to pull it up. Give me just a moment. Let's see. I'm going through a playlist right now. I know the name of the song is called Another. Oh my gosh. I just listened to it. I should have liked it. Okay, I will try and Google it and see if I can find it for you guys. It's Del something. I know it's Del something. Calista del Toro. It's Another by Calista del Toro. I doubt that's in your head, but if it is, this is your confirmation. I say I doubt that because it's like a new up and coming artist. And I had never heard of her until today. But when the message gets stuck in your head, it's something that your guides, I'm hearing I Saw the Sign, or The Sign by Ace of Base. Like it's something that your guides are trying to get you to understand. And that's funny. Let the odds get stacked against you. Those who are betting the odds bet to lose. And it says fear is a choice. Happiness is a choice. We can always choose the one which feels the best. So this is really about you finding yourself at peace, at home with yourself, within yourself, for yourself, moving forward. This is about learning. The message really for you to feel in your power is knowing that you have the choice to do that. Let everybody bet against you, but never bet against yourself, because you're the main character. So no matter what it was that you initiated, which to me, it's just you initiated an emotional clearing. And you did it. You did it exactly how you needed to, because it was about emotional self-regulation so that other people can't trigger you to be your worst self. You are nothing but your best self all the time. And that is a powerful, powerful thing, Pile 4, because now you have the choice of living in happiness instead of fear, hearing the messages from your guides and interpreting it in a way that doesn't hurt you anymore. You are the one that beat the odds. You are the main character, and it is safe for you to commit to yourself and to being the main character of your storyline. So Pile 4, this is all I really have for you. I told you guys this is going to be a quick message, and I think it's pretty awesome. And I'm amazed by you guys. You guys floor me. This is an amazing, amazing message. Really, it is. I wish I could portray to you enough how I hope you see how much change you have made in your life, Pile 4. I truly do, because I can see it here. I can see how much you have changed, and you have done so much for yourself. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep choosing happiness. Choose yourself every day. All right, Pile 4, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you to your guides, my guide, Spirit, and the great Goddess Freya for connecting our energies and working with us to bring these messages forth today. Thank you so much. All right, Pile 4, if this resonated, a really great way for an equal energy exchange would be for you guys to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. In the comment section below, let me and other Pile 4 knows. Other Pile 4s know. Know that you guys all are here solidarily standing together. I'm tripping over my words today. And yeah, thank you again for being here. In the description box, there are links to donate to my personal readings, to my other channel. Make sure you guys check any or all of those out if you feel inclined. If not, no big deal. All right, guys, I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.